shadows they linger, in the quiet they cry. Amy and Adam with a question. Why? Oh, why? Hearts wide open, mind so clear. Kindred spirits calling through the night, empathy and logic guiding lost light. Kindred spirits setting wrongs to right. They don't fear the whispers, they don't run from the cold.
Welcome to Paranormal Playback, the podcast where we recap the spooky, sometimes cringeworthy, but mostly entertaining world of paranormal reality TV. I am Charlie Holly.
I'm Melanie Malone.
And I'm Lauren Sanders.
Hello, hello.
Hi. So, guys, I got a little news. As we all know, tax season was in April, and I was
June.
like
2 months
waiting
ago
for my tax return. And I have this wonderful tax lady, and she's been doing my taxes for the last 8 years, and we've been in communication for the last couple months, and I was emailing her for the last week, like trying to get an update about what's going on with my tax return, and she wasn't emailing me back. So I was like, what's going on? And we've only emailed each other, so I didn't have her phone number, and we kind of just like had this like, you know, low key, like,
you said she had been doing your taxes for 10 years.
for 8 years.
8 years? That's a long time.
A very long time.
Yeah.
But she's like the tax lady. She used to audit for the IRS. And you know where you want a tax person where you kind of do this like wink, you know, she knows where to push the boundaries. You slide the papers across the table and you're like, okay, do my taxes.
Yeah.
So she's that tax lady.
If you work for the IRS, please don't come for Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you work for the IRS and you heard this, no, you didn't.
No, but no, she was amazing. And so I was just like emailing her, trying to like figure out what's going on with my tax return because I figured I'd have it by now. And so I Googled her name, trying to get her phone number because we've only emailed each other back and forth. And I found her obituary. And I was like,
can't believe that.
I was like,
You'd
I
think
was
that
not
someone would
expecting
respond
that.
to her clients or something.
I know.
Let them know.
So not only that, I found her obituary. She died a week ago.
Oh my
But
goodness.
okay, so I have a lot to unpack here. So she died a week ago, but then also found out she was on Love and Hip Hop, and then also she used to date
how
young.
old is this woman?
Yeah.
Because I thought she was old based on your description of her.
No, she was 44.
Okay.
She was on Love and Hip Hop, and then she also used to date young Jock.
Yes.
So I found all of this stuff out within a span of like 30 seconds.
Lauren, I showed Micaiah her picture and he was like, oh, I remember her. She was crazy. She like in one of the episodes, she tied young Jock up. And I was like,
are you
wait,
serious?
what?
Oh, the tax lady.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? It would be Lauren who has the tax lady who was also like super kinky on
God,
Love and
amazing.
Hip Hop.
That's so funny. So your tax lady was on Love and Hip Hop. My gyno and the woman who delivered my children is on Married to Medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so
She's
funny.
great. She's been my OB.
So like I was texting you guys and I was like, I need to talk to somebody about this. I'm like, I have so much to unpack. I'm like, found all of this stuff out at once. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this information.
Did it say why she died? I mean,
No.
it's really young.
I
Yeah.
know.
I read the post because Lauren sent it to us and I was trying to figure it out. I'm assuming it may have not been a great way that she had gone just because the family is not releasing how she
The
passed.
information. Yeah.
Ugh.
Which is, you know,
It seems like it was sudden.
yeah. I
Mhm.
hope everything's okay. I don't know if she has like kids and stuff. Like, it's
Mm.
sad.
I know. It's like so sad.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, okay, what's going on with my taxes? Like,
Right, like who do I call if my
Yeah.
accountant passes
Was she just
away?
like her own like
Oh.
one woman show, or was she a part of a?
no, she was a one woman show. So I'm like, okay, now I have to call the IRS tomorrow and
Yeah.
figure out what status was my. She said she filed them, but like, you know,
Guys, should we do an EVP session and try to find out what's going on with Lauren's taxes?
Yeah. Should we contact my tax lady?
I'm sorry. RIP to
Yes.
tax lady.
I've got some candles in
I
here.
have a dark sense of humor.
Oh, you're talking to the queen of darkness over here.
I know you're not judging me. I'm talking to all the people who are listening.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
They're judging me.
Yeah.
Should we break out the Ouija board?
Exactly. I'm like, can we try to contact her and find out
That's what I'm saying. I've got some
if your
candles.
1099 went through?
What if the Ouija board just spelled out like 1099?
Mhm.
Yes.
It's in the bottom drawer. Lauren, I am really sorry.
Yeah,
Did
that
she?
is very sad.
So I'm assuming she owned her own like company. There's like nobody
Yeah.
else you can reach out to.
I think I think she was a one-woman show. I'll have to I had her contact through another friend who she recommended me through, so I'll find out, but I think she was just a one-woman show.
Maybe that friend also doesn't know.
No, I told her, she did not know.
Mm.
So she was just as shocked as
Well,
I was.
Speaking of, reading the tea with Lauren, I think you found out before like TMZ and all of the other places had started reporting it, because this is not like when Lauren says she was on Love and Hip Hop, this made the news. Like it's on E! News, it's on
Mhm.
TMZ. Yeah, I Googled it. It's in a bunch of art. I wouldn't say they were the most credible places, but
Guys
they were
are,
talking
Yeah.
about it.
guys are
Yes.
journalists now.
Kind of.
Oh my-
So I don't know what's more shocking, the fact that she passed away, the fact that she was in Love and Hip Hop, the fact that she used to date Young Jock, and the fact that she was also my tax person. There's so much going on. But she was beautiful. I mean, like
She
I saw pictures
was.
of her,
Yeah.
She was gorgeous.
Oh, so sad.
and she was great at what she did. So I will say that.
Yeah.
Very kind.
Do you want to say her name? RIP to.
I don't want to butcher her name. Kadaya
Oh, right. 'Cause
Lewis.
you have never spoken to her.
Yeah, I've never like spoken to her. I've just emailed her.
What if you were being catfished this whole time and somebody was pretending to be her and then they ran off with your tax refund and it
Oh
just
my God.
conveniently worked out?
No, she was amazing. She did my back taxes and she still got me like 10 grand back.
My God, girl.
I know. She was like a wizard. She was amazing.
Damn. R.I.P.
I hope she's well on the other side.
I know.
We're thinking of you, girl.
Yeah.
I hope whatever it was peaceful.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Okay. So pivoting from very sad stories to very interesting and spooky stories. We are picking back up with part 2 of Kindred Spirits, season 1, episode 1, Breaking and Entering. So to recap part 1, we discovered that a homeowner, Megan, from Rockland, Massachusetts, has been experiencing activity in her home, including voices, knocking, and toys possibly being thrown. So far, we've learned that there are 2 different things that could possibly be causing this activity, either the suicide of the previous homeowner and or possibly a connection to the Underground Railroad, though we're a little skeptical of that. So let's join Amy and Adam as they head into night 2 of this ongoing investigation.
Night 2.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, well, night 2. We see Adam and Amy down in this creepy basement lit by an LED lantern. I think that was my assumption. They were very lit by like
Why
a
is it
blue
always like a
ambient light.
fluorescent, shitty,
Terrible.
Yeah.
like soul sucking light?
Seriously.
It's always that, or if it's like a tungsten light, it's just a hanging light bulb, like just like
Yes.
a naked bulb with a
You mean like the
little-
one
Yeah,
that-
with no shade.
Yeah,
The one that Zach tried to deep throat.
Oh yeah. That's still that'll be when we watch the next episode.
Yes, when we get back to season 1.
Yeah, excited
Those
for
were the
that.
good old days.
Deep throating.
Light bulbs. Okay, super moody. So Amy starts with a digital recorder. She begins, so whoever's down here with us. Nope, that's Zach's voice. That's not Amy's voice. Amy goes, so whoever's down here with us, can you just let us know that you're here somehow? Because we would actually love to talk to you. She continues, are you trying to escape something? Are you angry? Adam, are you lost? Amy says, do you even want to talk to us? To which I say, they got a pretty clear no upstairs. If you listened to part 1 of our recap, they got an audio that said no pretty firmly twice, but they continue to ask the same question.
Yeah.
So yeah, So they listen back, but they capture nothing because they didn't want to interact with them.
I liked how often they showed that they wouldn't get something
Yeah.
because you
Mhm.
saw them try.
Like it
And-
wasn't contrived.
Yeah, it wasn't like every time. I think that also helps and is maybe like an editing flaw in some of the other ghost shows, is they only show the ones that work. I mean, occasionally they'll be like, the camera didn't catch anything or the camera wasn't working.
Once in a while they'll admit to it, but I'm
Yeah.
like, it does give you more legitimacy
Mhm.
when you because it is more rare. Nobody's sitting in their house and catching 16 EVPs one right after the other. That doesn't happen in real life.
Yeah, so it seems more legit if you show when it doesn't happen too. To be
Yeah.
like, oh, we got one. It's not just, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Amy says that she thinks she should shift focus.
Oh, wait. I didn't read my notes. Lauren's going to kill me. I'm afraid to even tell you.
What you think you heard?
Yes, I wrote
Oh,
down.
Lord.
Okay.
Here we go.
If you're a new listener and you didn't watch any of the Ghost Adventures coverage, I try my very best when there's an EVP now to like cover my eyes and just listen without them kind of telling you what it is to get what I hear, or like replaying it so I can come to my own conclusion. So
She
for
doesn't
the-
want to be told what to think.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like a paradelia or whatever it's called. And so I wrote, it's hard to tell. It's saying no. I think it's saying something short that ends with an R, not car, but something like that. Lauren, get that fucking look off your face. Go eat or something, ma'am. I don't know what it was, but it didn't. It was like, it sounded like it ended in an R a little bit.
Yeah.
So maybe. Wait, here we go. Maybe it wasn't a no. It was a no.
What, you think it had like some weird southern accent?
No,
What
and
accent is
I'm
that?
doing a really terrible, Right's gonna kill me. A really terrible Australian accent. Oh no. Oh no. The ghost was saying nar.
So this is a ghost from like, we're assuming like
Or
the
New Zealand, you know.
the 1800s, and it's a person from New Zealand who happened to live in Rockland, Massachusetts during the
Well, you know,
Civil War.
I don't know that the EVP was clear enough for me to clarify if it was Kiwi or Australian individual. So,
I'm a,
but you know,
I'm not going to weigh in on your own thoughts.
Lauren,
because-
you missed my theory. I said maybe it was saying no, but it was saying no. You're on mute.
You're muted.
You fucking asshole. Get off me. So
Wait, why? We still can't hear you.
Fucking fuck.
So I think it's an Australian ghost living in the basement.
Or a New Zealand ghost. Is
Yeah,
what she said.
or you know, one of the Kiwi folk.
Australian ghost on the Underground Railroad.
I said,
Okay.
so it's an Australian ghost from
Okay.
the Civil War.
No, we were saying the Underground Railroad was a stretch. Okay, Australia's really old too, guys. It's been there equally as long.
Okay. And we're gonna leave Mel with her own thoughts.
Whatever, guys. Go back, listen. Tell me it's not.
So
Saying no.
Amy, back to Amy. Amy says that she thinks she should shift focus to upstairs because whatever is down there doesn't want to talk to them. Yeah, no shit. She says they've got cameras filming in the basement, so if anything, the cameras can pick up what happens. Okay, so they head back upstairs to the living room and attempt to capture another EVP. Amy starts. Are you here? Do you want to talk to us? Adam is staring at the monitor that is filming in the basement, and he notices that the camera that had just shown them sitting on a chair in the basement just tilted. We see the footage. It's slowly moving and then looks like it topples over, which could have just been caused by how it was placed on the chair. But Amy does point out that camera had been sitting there for hours and had not moved. And they had gone up and down those stairs a few times without the camera moving. Because I was like, well, what if it moved maybe because they had been like walking up and down the stairs and they had just been down there. Like I was trying to think through all of that too. So
Yeah. Or because like in that Ghost Adventures episode when the monitor,
the iPad,
the iPad like fell forward, sometimes when you like lock it, like our mics even, the little lock in place kind of thing, it loosens over time and then eventually it's like,
yeah,
you know, falls over.
it definitely can happen.
Yeah.
So Adam gets excited and wants to go look at it. So they go back downstairs and they check how firmly the camera is placed on the chair. They do show that it looks pretty firm, and it's in position. It appears to be pretty firmly placed. Adam starts trying to debunk it by attempting to recreate what just happened. But he says, I have to push this pretty firmly to even get it to move. So I guess like he's just putting like weight on it to see if he can move it, like if it was loose. So he's saying it's not loose. Obviously, we'll never know because we can't test it with our own hands unless we go to Amy's.
Yeah.
What's her name of her company? Strange Escapes or something? Spooky Escapes? I don't know. I have to look it back up. Amy says that they should leave it and see if it happens again. Adam turns to the room and says, feel free to do it again. Feel free to touch it. That's what she said.
I wrote, ooh, the camera is moving. Now I feel like I'm doing a Stewie accent for everything.
Ew, a camera.
Ew,
Scandal. Scandal.
For reference, I hadn't listened to a most recent episode, and Charlie and Lauren were laughing at how I said there was a scandal in the Hollywood Women's Club, and they were like, "Oh, your Stewie voice you did," and I was like, "What?
What's a
Did
Stewie?
I do a Stewie voice?"
Totally.
It's just a voice I do, but I guess I started to do it again. But I wrote, "Ooh, the camera's moving. Is it rats?"
Possibly.
But it could have been rats.
It could have been.
You know,
It very well could have been
rats or cats.
rats, cats.
That should be the
raccoons.
segment. Is it rats or cats?
Is it rats or cats or raccoons? Okay. They return to the living room and start asking if that was a spirit trying to get their attention. Amy says, is there a reason why you've chosen to be here with Megan? Can you just let us know that you're here? They do another playback, and again, they receive no communication. They are clearly frustrated. They start weighing the facts again. They feel that there is something in the basement that doesn't want them there. And they did get that activity in the nephew's room. They also acknowledge that they feel like this is a female spirit that was upstairs. Amy says that the only thing that is still bothering her was the really quick no. Like, no, I don't want to talk to you that they got. She's adding on they didn't get an EVP. This is, I don't want to talk to you. They got the no, but it was a very firm no in the way it was said.
Or
nar.
No.
no. Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Who's that actress that's really funny?
Oh, who's that actress that's really funny?
She's Australian.
Rebel Wilson.
Oh
Rebel
no.
Wilson.
Oh yeah. And then the chick that's in what's that movie with Zac Efron when they're new parents, The Neighbors? What's her name?
Oh,
I love her.
Rose
She's in
Byrne.
Bridesmaids.
Yes.
Isn't she
Rose
Australian?
Byrne.
Or is she
Maybe.
English? I think she's Australian. I want to say she's Australian.
I think
Aren't-
she's Australian too.
Aren't all Australians technically English? Controversy.
Let's not bring. I'm sure they don't want to be.
Or I'm sure the British didn't want them to be. Okay. They decide they really need to review the EVPs and see if there's anything they missed. So now Adam and Amy head into the kitchen to put their headphones on and listen closer to the EVPs they captured on night one. As Adam is listening, he gets excited, literally full on voice, like the strongest EVP. Adam tells Amy that the first thing she's about to listen to is in the room that they started in the Adam tells Amy that the first thing she's about to listen to is in the room that they started in, the spare room. They analyze the no over and over again. They agree that it sounds like a male voice saying no.
Like, did it need to be analyzed over and over again? It was
Apparently it did, because Mel thought it was saying "nar."
I heard an R at the end.
Nar, Mel, nar.
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 Nar. Nar.
Amy points out that there might have been more than one spirit in the house, since they seem to have captured both a male and female response. So now Adam plays the EVP that was captured in the nephew's room for Amy. I love that they don't tell each other what they think they want to, what they think. They kind of want to see what the other heard first. So it's like, what did you hear? What did you hear? Like they're, going back and forth. We hear what sounds like Megan in a whisper.
These were so difficult to hear compared to, coming from Ghost Adventures like current season. And, you guys always referenced the older episodes and how hard it was to hear the EVPs. And now I'm, kind of getting a little taste of that, being like, wait, what? What's it saying?
Mhm.
It said Megan? Okay. It's just hard to hear. Not like I don't believe it. I'm just like, it's just hard.
No,
to
but
hear.
yeah, no, remember, like, this is what we were saying. I was like, why are the ones on Ghost Adventures in the most recent season so clear? Like, this is what I'm used to. I'm used to this, where I really do have to close. Like with the Ghost Adventures ones, I don't have to really, like most of them, especially lately, I feel like I don't even have to close my eyes. And I'm like, no, that I can hear what that person just said.
I think what's tricky about the Ghost Adventures one is they loop it and they're often like cut off. The word will like end abruptly,
Yeah. Because they're shouting over it. So they have to end it before somebody starts screaming.
But they're also not they're not putting a pause behind
it's like
the word.
It's like,
they're not like letting it play out.
No.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what am I even, you know, it's like when you stare at a word for too long, you're like, is that spelled right?
Is this a real word?
Yeah.
What does this even mean? So I felt like I heard something that did sound kind of like Megan. So it was like a whispered Megan, though. Yeah. Adam jumps back in surprise when he hears it. So now they are excited to talk to Megan about what they found and dig a little more into her family. Because if they got the name Megan, maybe this is connected to her.
Oh my God, her family is the cutest.
Aren't they the sweetest?
So precious.
I loved them.
Love them all.
It's the following day, and Adam and Amy split up. Adam goes to talk with Megan's father, Kevin, and her sister, Dana. Not the same Dana from earlier. I was like, what are the odds that there's two Danas in this one episode? Interesting.
You know?
Maybe it's a popular Massachusetts name. If you're from Massachusetts, do you know a lot of people named Dana? Curious.
Based on this one example we have.
Yep. Yes. And so Amy meets up with Megan at her house. Amy asks Megan if there had been any deaths in her family or anyone that might want to pop in and say hi. Megan says, my grandmother, Anna O'Connor, sweet little Irish lady. I was like, what a good Irish name, Nana O'Connor. Speaking of, my mom is in Ireland right now, and she stayed at a hotel that I don't remember the name of, but it was haunted. And one of her, so she's there with her sister, her sister's partner, and the partner's cousin. And the partner's cousin said that she was like laying in bed and heard a voice say, open the curtains, while they were laying at laying in bed at the hotel. I was like, that is.
Did she do it?
So creepy. I don't know if she actually, I didn't ask if she opened the curtains.
What was there?
They better. You better listen.
But can you imagine laying there and like audibly hearing a voice say like, open the curtains?
Was that your Irish accent?
No, that was British.
Okay.
I couldn't pick up a Irish that quickly.
You know, we do have 5 followers in the United Kingdom and 4 followers in Ireland. Thanks, guys.
Open the curtains. Nope, that's also it. British.
Both of those were.
I'm thinking what it would be.
I feel like
Technically,
Mel
that
would-
was English. I learned from my English friend. British is all of Great Britain.
Yes, that's
Mel,
true.
do an Irish accent.
Oh God,
Open the curtains,
I
lad.
have to like use a word to get into.
Laddie. I know. I'm trying. I
You
watched
have,
all
you have,
of
like trigger words.
I watched all of Derry Girls. How can I not? I'm trying to channel Derry Girls, but I still can't get it. Anyway, Megan explains that Nana O'Connor passed a couple of years ago and could be a possibility. Dana tells Adam that Nana was good to all of them. Her father, Kevin, agrees and says she had a strong personality. Dana says if she had something to say, it was said. So Dana feels like there could be something going on where she wants to make her presence known. Megan tells Amy that she and her grandmother were very close, but that Nana wouldn't have ever lived with her. But that when Nana passed away, she had left a lot of stuff that is there in the house with her. So Megan has a lot of Nana's things in the home. We see this beautiful wooden carved framed mirror thing with like shelves on it that has a bunch of little like pottery knickknacks,
curios.
And it wasn't like Nana O'Connor was good at pottery, because they were like, she did pottery, but those things looked like porcelain teacups and like
The
Wait,
little
did she
bells.
make those?
Yeah.
Or did she collect them?
she made them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
wow.
was it Dana that was saying some of them were ugly, or was it Megan? That
No,
said that?
Megan says that at the
And
end.
and she said, I made those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was kind of impressed. I was like, oh, these
Yeah.
don't look like shabby
Aw.
little, wonky
Mhm.
pottery things. Megan tells Amy that those were not just her grandmother's, but that her grandmothers made all of them. Kevin explains that his mother had taken these pottery classes, and so for every Christmas and birthday, she'd gift them each a pottery gift.
That's a lot of pottery.
I thought about that too. I was like, man.
Like, damn.
Yeah. Nana O'Connor was, on that wheel.
Mhm.
Megan
She was
says in her kiln, very, maybe she really liked the movie Ghost with Patrick
Oh, yeah, I
Swayze.
bet.
I feel like grandmas aren't made the same these days.
No.
Although we're gonna be some epic grandmas.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
We will. My mom is so ready to be a grandma. She crochets blankets for every single
Aw.
person who has a baby. It's really sweet.
Aw.
Okay. Megan says that her having these things from her deceased family members helps keep them close to her. Amy explains that even though Nana didn't die on this property, the fact that her belongings are in this house could be what's drawing her here, especially if these pieces were significant to her.
Oh my gosh. When we do our spooky session in a spooky house with our stuff,
Mm-hmm.
should we bring I was just thinking
Stuff, trigger objects?
should I bring Buster?
Yes. No, for real.
Should I bring Buster?
Can you bring Buster to the next Roseanne readings and we'll just
He's at my parents' house, so I have to
well, that might not be we might not do another Roseanne readings for like a month. You
Oh,
got
okay.
time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll try to remember Buster. Be like, "Hey dad, can I borrow Buster?"
Yeah, just send them a text and be like, "Can you put Buster aside for me
Yeah.
so that next time I'm there I can grab him?"
And if you want to hear about Buster, little teaser, Buster is my haunted object. I'm doing air quotes. That my grandmommy owned, and it's like this cup. Yeah, but if you want to hear about Buster, you'll have to go check out Roseanne Readings, the first one where I talk about my closest experience I've ever had.
Pin
with
holder, right?
A ghost experience. Yeah, he's like a pen. He's like a little Revolutionary War soldier pen
Cute.
holder. And my grandmommy said he looked like my granddaddy's friend named Buster, so we called him Buster. But
Aw.
there's a story behind it, and maybe I'll bring Buster.
I would love that.
Just got to be real careful with him.
Well, yes, we'll take very good care of him.
Can't bust Buster.
So Amy explains that the theory is that the activity is possibly attached to items in the house rather than the house itself. So now Amy and Adam FaceTime with Greg Newkirk and Dana Matthews. This is the other Dana.
They don't FaceTime. It's a
Skype. Whatever. Okay.
Well, I only say because you mentioned
Semantics.
No, she mentioned a flip phone before, so it was just confusing. I was like, wait, where?
They were on a computer.
They were on a laptop,
They
Skyping.
were Zooming, Skyping,
Yeah.
Microsoft Teamsing before Microsoft Teamsing, whatever. It was
Skype.
probably Skype.
Yeah, it's probably Skype.
They were communicating through
Yes.
a portal.
Through this magical thing called the internet. With Greg Newkirk and Dana Matthews.
Okay, Greg, can we talk about his outfit real quick?
They were together, right? Because the way that they were sitting with each other.
Hold on, let me finish this part and then we'll get right into it. I promise.
Okay.
They tell us that they've been working with haunted objects and that this has become their life's work. These two look like a knockoff Scully and Mulder from the X-Files. They looked like actors to me.
That's what Wright and I wear for Halloween one year.
But did you not get Skull?
I didn't. That's a great example. I wrote, why does this haunted object guy look like he's wearing a suit tailored in the late 80s? So
yes.
But also the way that they were sitting with each other
Oh my
just
gosh.
felt really weird. They were on each other.
It was-
And I'm like,
yeah, it was-
I hope that they're together.
I was
because it
like,
just
are they
felt weird.
married? They look like a married couple, not just together. Like,
But,
Yeah.
but they were like staggered in the frame.
very
with each
prom
other.
Yeah.
photo, but on a Skype.
prom photo on a Skype. Honestly, they looked like actors to me. Like, I looked at them and I was like, these two just look like actors.
Like C extra actors. Yeah, they really
I'll put a
And they look
picture
like
of them
they-
on the
We
website.
yes, you have to include a picture of them because it was out of the whole episode. I was like, oh, I am here for this. I was like, whatever this is crazy.
yeah, they did look super bizarre.
By the way, if you're listening and you don't watch on YouTube, for the references that we pop into YouTube, our website does have for each episode an episode gallery of photos curated to the things we reference or the homes or.
And Mel also does a really good job of doing it on social too.
Yeah.
A carousel.
Yeah,
of,
I try to do like
images.
a carousel for each episode so you can reference them, but that's a small snippet of what's on the actual website if you want more of a reference. But we'll put Mulder and Scully in there.
The loose suit.
Mulder, it's me.
She's in like a cardigan or something, and she had like this blunt, like long bob. It was just very.
Are we gonna call them Timu X-Files?
Yes, but they didn't.
They weren't even Timu. They were like.
It wasn't Timu. They didn't look like they were of the same time period.
They really didn't. It looked like a video of people from the 90s talking to people from 2016. It was like this weird time portal Skype call.
Yeah.
From the beyond.
Like, I don't know. They were like, we're going to be on television. Let's get out our best suit, our
Yeah.
best pantsuit.
Like I haven't bought a suit.
I bet that's like their
since
vibe.
like my grandma's funeral in like 2008.
Maybe since they're haunted object experts, maybe they wear their.
Maybe those are
his
haunted.
suit is his like connection.
It's his haunted suit.
Yeah.
She's wearing her haunted cardigan.
Yeah, maybe she has to use a very particular haunted curling iron to get that 90s flip.
Yeah. Maybe it's his like grandpa's suit.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing is that even if it were 2010, I could be convinced, but it was 2016.
Yeah.
They did not, the time
And it was like
periods
so
were not
yellow.
aligning.
Even the room they're in looks 90s. Like it was
weird. It was
odd.
and to Lauren's point, they were also just sitting very weird in the frame. Like
they really
no.
were.
At one point,
They were like almost like in front of each other.
Yeah.
It was like weird.
At one point, I was like, does she have any pants on? Like, I literally had that thought because of how they were sitting. Like, I was like,
Oh,
is there something like weird happening below the camera?
My.
Yeah.
Honey, put your blazer on.
Put your haunted blazer on. It turns me on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only get off to haunted object. Grab the haunted vibrator, please.
Is that your haunted object behind me?
Not
Poking in my back?
Not a haunted vibrator. The last thing I want to collect is an antique vibrator.
Oh my God, I want to hear a story. That's what I'll hunt. That's what I'll hunt is a vibrator. That I need some comedian to hunt a vibrator or something because that's fucking
That is
hilarious.
so gross. Like, this was my great grandma's vibrator.
Oh my God. So get this. My mom was watching Poppy in Florida, and
Oh God,
my
where's
mom
this
had
going?
I'm so excited.
my mom had a vibrator in her luggage, and apparently it looked like a toy. And Poppy was like, "Grandma, I know you got this for me. Like, I know this is a present for me." Took it out, and it was like still in the packaging. And
Oh my
she
God,
was like,
is your mom gonna be mortified that you're telling this on the podcast? She
Yeah, should I-
listens.
"I know." And she was like, Grandma, is this mine? I know this is, and I guess it was like a dolphin or some kind of toy.
A dolphin.
Or I don't, she's going to have to tell me. She's probably like, no, that's not what it is. I'm getting all the details wrong.
Was it the rabbit? The rabbit is supposed
It
to
must
be
have been some kind of
The
animal
rabbit
or
makes
something.
way more sense
Yeah,
than
I know.
dolphin.
But anyway, she's oh no, I think it was a unicorn or something. And she was like, Grandma, I know you got this for me. Like, it was a surprise. This was like in last week.
I can imagine that this now breaks Poppy's heart because she thinks this is a toy for her, and then her grandmother's like, "No, that's not for you. Give it back to me."
Yeah.
And
like-
it's like right before her birthday too. You know,
Yeah.
Grandma's like, oh no, I'll give it to you later.
Well, tell your mom one very far off day in the distance when she wants to haunt something. She can haunt that vibrator.
She needs to leave the
Leave
vibrator
it with you and
in
haunt
her
it.
leave the vibrator in her will for Poppy, and then
God,
someday
Oh,
Poppy,
gross.
Poppy will get her haunted vibrator.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my God.
See, guys, like, this is why it doesn't matter whether or not you're entertained by Kindred Spirits itself. We can make anything entertaining.
Yeah, we sure can.
So Mulder, Greg Newkirk, explains that if you are dealing with a haunted object, the best way to start is by putting it under surveillance for as long as you can. Okay, that just seems like such an obvious step number one. The other thing he recommends is doing EVP sessions. Adam stops Greg and asks Amy if she hears that knocking. So we hear something happening. Like, it was pretty clear. Like, you could hear like a...
Yeah.
So you could hear this knocking, and it almost sounded like a tinkering too. Like it didn't just sound like it was like wood or something. So now they feel the need to pause and try to figure out where this knocking is coming from. They start moving around the living room, trying to recreate the knocking sound that they were hearing. Amy keeps going back to the shelves with all of Nana's stuff on them. She starts playing with two of the objects and tapping them on the wood. Adam sits back in his chair and is like, oh my God, yes, that's it. That's exactly what the sound is. He says 100% it's the same fucking sound. So they show Greg Newkirk and Dana number 2 the porcelain bells that Nana had made.
Okay, here's my thing when they were doing that it wasn't like 100% scientific, like that's what it was.
No, they're just like going based off of their memory and their ear, and they're like, well, that's what it sounded like.
But
so
also, like, they didn't test everything in the room.
No, exactly.
They just went to one thing.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like,
maybe
they kind of just like zeroed in on something.
But maybe they did test everything and they just edited it out. It out.
So it's funny. I didn't have like as big of an issue. I actually appreciated that they were trying to mimic the sound, and we were seeing that. And it did sound like the same sound to me. But I have a theory.
Mel's got a theory.
So this house is really fucking old, as we've described, right? It's either late 1700s or, beginning late 1800s, as the historian said.
Early, mid, and late.
It's either 1765 or all of the 1800s.
Yeah,
one of those.
Yeah, how did we go to 17 then all of 1800?
1765 I think was the neighbor's house, and it looked the same. So
and they looked the same, but they also looked like they possibly had been updated at some point because they were so old.
Yeah.
So
So one of the things for the knocking sound, well, one, the rats in the walls, could have done that. Like those, you guys know, like when you're in your grandma's house or something and they have all the little knickknacks on the shelf and you walk heavily on the hardwood and it shakes the walls and they're like, the things.
Yes, they might rattle.
Mm-hmm.
But supposedly we were able to hear the knocking. You could hear it, and it didn't to me sound like something that was just being like shaking or even like the sound of mice or rats. It was like a decently loud like thumping.
Well, I wasn't saying the sound was rats. It was rats shaking the wall for the thing to. Oh, that was my thought with the rats. But
it's all rats.
It's all rats. Scandal. Rats in the women's society.
Rats in Massachusetts.
Rats in Megan's house.
Okay. Or is it Nana in Megan's house? It's one or the other. Amy says that it's almost like Nana wants Megan to know that it's her. Amy says it feels like Nana overheard them talking about their theory and was trying to signify that they were right. Which, okay, I could give you that is a good hypothesis. So for their final investigation, so this is night 3. For this one, they had to do 3 nights because they couldn't figure things out in the first or second night. So for their final investigation, Amy and Adam invite Megan in to join them in hopes of getting the same activity out of Nana if it is, in fact, her. They sit Megan down and explain to her what happened with the bells. So now they whip out a device called a Geophone. I really liked the Geophone. Adam explains that this does 3 things. It measures EMF, vibration, and temperature at the same time. And if you have listened to Char Checks the Tech, we have an episode on an EMF reader. And in that episode, we do discuss how your best bet is to try to get multiple readings from different things to help prove your case. So if you're trying to debunk that it is like electrical or something like that, if you're getting EMF spikes and you're also getting vibrations and you're also getting temperature changes, that tells you a story. So I like the geophone. He places a few objects near it, including Nana's bells, and explains to us that if anything attempts to touch or move any of the objects, the geophone will make a sound.
For a second, I thought you said including Nana's bowels.
Including Nana's bowels. I'm sorry, they removed those after she died.
They put them in the pottery.
Mm-hmm. Ew.
You know, like an Egyptian, like a mummy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gross.
Sorry, Nana.
They leave their full spectrum camera aimed at the device so that we can see if it starts like beeping or going off. The trio pulls the digital recorder out once more, and Amy explains, "We've been here the last few nights because we're trying to figure out who is here and what they want. So if there's something you'd like to say, especially to Megan, you can say it now." Adam asks, "Do you like Megan?" What if Nana was like, "No, she's not tidy. Like, she doesn't tidy up well," or like, "No, she's a slut. I see what she does at night."
Oh my God. I see what she does with the antique vibrator. No.
I'm watching you, Megan. I don't like you.
At this point, and it got better later, I was struggling. I felt like there were a ton of different angles going on, you know, with like the basement and then the thing in the kids' room
Mm-hmm.
and then the rats and the thing in the basement and then the underground.
Because sometimes you do want just like a cohesive theme.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you want it to be like wrapped up in this nice, tidy bow, and that may not always happen.
Yeah. And if it's, but it like the thing I struggled with the most was if it's Nana, like why is she scaring?
Well,
Megan?
here, this is my thing.
Yeah.
Is I think let's say that I was not here and I was trying to communicate on the other side from the other side. I might be trying to get your attention. The way I'm trying to get your attention may scare you, but that might not be my intention. It just might be the only way I know how to try to communicate.
Yeah.
So I think this is actually like one of my hypotheses, is that a lot of the time what we perceive as like negative or evil or like trying to scare people, that is not actually the intention. It's just how we're interpreting it.
So I actually have an experience that kind of fits within this moment. It was right after my grandmother died. Was kind of like, I think I was, and I don't know if I talked about this during Rose and readings, but I was
we made you hold your story to the next one.
So it was like right after my grandmother died, I was kind of like maybe talking to her out loud, and all of a sudden this like gust of wind like crossed my face. No windows were open. I didn't have the air on. And instead of being like, "Oh, grandma, that's you," I got freaked out. Like, it scared the shit out of me. I got the sage and it was like, dude, like, it's, you know, instead of being like talking to her more, it like scared the shit out of me.
You're like, "Hey, Grandma, give me a sign." And
I'm
then
like,
you get
I'm like, "Grandma, give me a sign." And she's like, and I'm like, like,
"Grandma, go away, go away."
Not
like,
Lauren saging her grandma away.
I'm like, saged the whole house. I'm like, you know, be gone. Like, just sage the whole house. I was like, I was not prepared for that sign. So I get it, you know.
Yeah. You want a sign, but then
you want a sign, but then when you get it, you're just like,
That's a great point.
You're not prepared.
Yeah. But that is so funny. You saged your own grandmother.
I was like, "Grandma, I love you so much. I love you so much." It was just like,
So Amy asks, "Do you visit other family members?" Megan says, "Nana, if that's you, we're trying to figure out who is here with us." Amy says, "The EMF just went off." So Adam asks, "If that's you, can you grab onto that little box there?" And then Megan says, "You can touch it." Adam explains,
She was just so precious, so sweet.
Yes,
And,
I
like,
love
they both
Megan.
Oh my
They
god.
both are.
Yeah.
So Adam explains, "It will show Megan that you're really here with us." The EMF reader starts beeping and showing mild percentage changes. Megan gasps and says, "That's pretty wild." So Amy asks Megan if there was anything else big that happened in her life. Megan says that to me, this was weird just because to me, this wouldn't be a big moment, but maybe she interpreted it as like big related to Nana. I don't know. But she says that last month she had been in the area where Nana is buried and visited her gravestone. The gravestone was covered with moss. So she went home and grabbed a scrub brush and went back and cleaned the gravestone. Megan and Kevin, her father, had been joking about how Nana would have really appreciated that. She continues that her aunt joked, or aunt, her auntie joked that she was probably mad that she didn't do it herself. And as Megan is telling the story, the Geophone starts going crazy with beeps and the temperature drops from 67 to 65.4. Adam and Amy acknowledge the Geophone is going off while Megan is telling the story. Adam says, "She checks in on you. How does that make you feel?" Megan says, "Happy and a little emotional." And she's like teary and crying. And so Amy rubs her shoulder kindly. Megan says that she loves her Nana's things and that even though they thought some of them might be ugly, they still kept them because they knew it meant a lot to Nana. Which I thought was really funny because I was like, Nana's probably so upset that she said that they were ugly.
I hate those.
I
know. Amy and Adam chat a bit as they exit the house, and Adam says he's a little speechless about the entire thing. Amy acknowledges that she doesn't see anything that would make her believe the previous homeowner is haunting this home. Amy also says that she thinks it's possible that the male voice they got could be related to the Underground Railroad. It said no when they asked to talk, and something moved their camera in the basement, as if they didn't want to be filmed. But they don't think it's anything bad. They believe it just wants to be left alone. Adam says if Nana wasn't communicating with Megan, the EMF stuff never would have happened. The two high five over their success.
Cute.
So Amy and Adam meet with Megan and go over all of their findings. They explain the theory about the Underground Railroad and recommend possibly, this was funny to me.
I thought that was funny too.
Oh my God.
They recommend that she possibly cleans up the basement to make it more comfortable for the spirit. And I was like, they're just saying like, you might want to clean down there.
I was like, can they please help her clean the creepy scary room though? Like, there's no way I'm going in the confirmed haunted creepy scary room that the guy doesn't want me.
Or like hire cleaners to go down there so you don't have to do it.
What if you get rid of something that belonged to them or something? Or what if like their bones are there and they're tied to their bones? That's a thing, right?
Also, do you want to set up a bed or something? Like, what do you want?
Yeah, what does a spirit need? Should we put a mini fridge in the scary room?
A comfy chair.
Do you want like to create like little pile of leaves or something for them to lay on? Like
give them a little nightlight for the crawl space.
Yeah.
Does he need a sound machine?
Yeah. So they play the recording that they took the night before with Megan, and they captured an EVP when Megan explained that they thought that some of the pieces were ugly. You can hear something that sounds like, "I made them." So pretty much it's like Nana acknowledged, like, you think the things I made were ugly. Megan cries and says her dad is going to be thrilled that his mother is there. It's so sweet. Amy and Adam help Megan pack up so they did kind of help her clean up a little bit. They help her pack up the previous owner's things because they feel it's important to return them to the family.
Yeah, and then Dana came there.
Okay, so I thought
Alyssa.
I thought this was funny because originally when they reached out to the family, they didn't want it or they never came.
Mm-hmm.
And now that the show is there, they're like, oh, I guess we got to pick up the stuff.
Right. Yeah. They're like, come on, come and get your shit.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're nationally televised. We're like...
Also, if someone, I mean, one hell of a phone call to get though, if you haven't picked the stuff up, you've been putting it off, and then someone calls you and they're like, hey, can you come get this? We think your mom might be haunting the new owner and it might be tied to the things you've left behind. Like,
yeah,
who's not gonna come after a phone call like that?
Yeah.
Also, like, if let's say that it had been the previous owner who was haunting, like, could you imagine if she was the one haunting and being like, basically saying like, where is my family? Why is my stuff still here? Yeah. Go get
like the wallpaper lady and the real house. Why is this wallpaper on the wall? It's fucking ugly.
Exactly. So if anything, even if she wasn't haunting it, this whole haunting situation did help the homeowners' things get picked up. So we end the episode on them all handing everything off to Alyssa. bringing the abandoned knickknacks and the cherished knickknacks together in full circle, like a sweet kumbaya of haunted knickknacks.
So I guess the mom wasn't that old.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have no
Girl
idea.
was young. And I hope they told Alyssa that didn't think it was her mom, because
After all,
I'm sure they did,
Yeah.
because she specifically said she was worried that her mom wasn't okay. And I was like, well, maybe come and get your mom's things. But
yeah.
you know.
But I am curious why Alyssa said she always felt something in the house, though, because it wasn't just the
I
basement.
know.
In
Well,
the house.
no, but specifically, she was saying that they were scared of the basements, like specifically.
maybe because of the
'Cause
underground
I don't.
railroad.
She said that things were always happening there, and she always kind of felt like there might have been a person there. But then she specifically talked a lot about the basement. She never really. Told
she
any
said. Well, she said the
stories.
scary room, but she said she felt like there was always something in the house.
I mean, that
with
house is
her.
hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's now time for our haunted and hoax haunted or hoax section.
Should it be haunted or hoax, or should it be
I was just-
kindred or curse or
Well, I was just gonna say, I don't think that Kindred Spirits is trying to hoax anybody. I
Yeah.
think they are trying to debunk things, but they also do need a story to tell for their episodes.
I think we need to come up with
So-
something that's more like proven or
Or like-
unclear. What a title.
Or like
Is
or
it
like-
rats?
or like did they solve it, or like did they like
cats? I'm sorry, Lauren.
or clear, like did they clear it, or
Yeah.
like did they
Cleansed
cleanse it? Yeah, did they
Cleansed.
cleanse it?
or
Cursed or cleansed?
cursed or
Filthy or
cleansed.
clean.
But that doesn't cursed or cleansed doesn't give you a
And cursed
It's
is not
not-
accurate.
yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to figure this
Yeah.
one out for you guys. But in the meantime, I think that Megan's Nana came to visit and say thank you for cleaning her grave.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that basement is really scary. And that,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, and I did learn today, if you go back and listen to Char Checks the Deck, that if there's faulty wiring in a house, it can actually cause the sensation of feeling like somebody is watching you.
Oh,
like
Isn't that
literally the electric
wild?
current.
Yes. I did not know that. So when she was saying that she felt like somebody might be watching her and I was working on my segment, I was like, huh.
But I'm sure it makes your hair stand on your arm.
Yeah.
What's that saying? Hair stand
Yeah.
on end.
Yeah. So not that every single time you feel like somebody's watching you, that's what it is. But this is a very old house. You know, that basement just looks creepy.
Hmm.
And I'm sure that the wiring in that house is probably not like, you
tip
know,
top.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there is a chance that that feeling of being watched could be connected to maybe like wiring or something. Like, I don't know for sure that the basement was haunted. I think it was just super creepy. I wouldn't want to be down there
Yeah.
regardless.
I would never go in
No.
that fucking room.
No, but I do think, and I also do think there was a rat in the house. We saw the rat droppings. I don't think the rat was causing all of the activity though.
And
I-
rats are like cockroaches, right? If you see one, there are like hundreds. You're not saying,
Yeah.
is that the? I don't know if it's
I
hundreds.
don't know.
Like,
I do not know, but that's gross.
what do you
and I don't
guys
wanna
think
about
of
it.
lingering or letting go? Lingering or let go? Linger or let go? Because didn't you say they typically like cleanse the house on Kindred Spirits?
They usually try to help the spirit move on, or like,
This was the pilot, so
yeah, like typically they go into places and they find out what is going on, what the activity is, and then
Oh, what
they
if
want to
it's
try
like-
to help solve it. They want to
Oh, maybe
solve the case.
solved or something. Maybe it's like whether or not they solved it or not.
Is it a cold
Hmm.
case? Open or closed?
Closed.
open or closed.
Open
Uh,
sesame.
Cold or
Hot or cold?
cold
We'll get back to you guys on what this segment will be. Cold or
cold or shut.
Open or shut?
Cold or hot. Hot or
rat,
scandal.
scandal or
Oh, my
spirit.
God.
I definitely think it's haunted.
Yeah. Well, I guess you did, Char. You said you thought it was Nana.
I said my answers.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
Laura, you go.
It's haunted.
Is it haunted if it's like a nice Nana? Is that the right word?
Yeah, that's still a haunting.
Still a haunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet haunting.
A haunting doesn't have to be bad.
Yeah. I don't think it was a hoax. I think there was some weird shit. The Nana stuff was like really cool to see, like Megan speaking and
Like the geophone actually
Yeah.
reacting while she was talking was really interesting.
yeah. So that was really cool and like touching. The stuff in the basement, like that, I think I believe the Nana stuff. I don't know that the sound of the bells was Nana, and I don't know about the basement camera thing. The sound of "Hello, can anyone hear me?" It's hard not knowing what was in the room it sounded like it was coming from, and not knowing how long she'd been moved in, you know. I don't know if that could have been
It's also been interference from like something else too.
security yeah, like
The
baby
other
monitor.
day, I know you can all shame me for it. I have a Tesla right now. I bought the Tesla before I knew
was
that
behind-
Elon Musk is a psychopath.
Wait, Charlie,
But-
on my drive home tonight, I was behind a Tesla and it had a bumper sticker. It took me a minute to figure it out.
with the X.
No, it didn't have
Elon.
the X. It said,
I had
I'm
a bumper
sorry, I
sticker.
can't afford to get rid of it.
Yes. When everything started happening, I was like, for the love of God, I don't want to have a controversial car. I just want my car to be
Yeah.
my car
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
gets me from point A to point B. Anyway, I do have a Tesla, but I was
it's good for the environment.
thank you.
There you go.
But I was driving the other day, and all of a sudden, I had a podcast on, and all of a sudden, I start hearing, like, I don't know if you guys have this, but like, we have multiple Bluetooth speakers in our house, and me and Micaiah can both connect to them.
Mhm.
And sometimes, like, I'll be playing something on it, and he connects to it, and he's watching like an Instagram reel or something, and I just hear like muffled sounds, and it's like, 'cause
Yeah.
I don't know what the video is, and you just hear like rustling or whatever it is. It happened in my car. Like, I'm listening to Spotify in my car, and I'm driving, and all of a sudden,
How were
I'm
you
hearing-
next to your house or were you far away?
no, I was like miles away. I was
Oh,
like 30
wow.
miles away from the house.
Oh, wow.
Like, I was in.
Are you sure it was him or not somebody else that was closer by?
Oh yeah, like remember when you
No.
had
I
the
don't
fan?
think it was him.
I think it's somebody you drove by.
Yeah.
It was some sort of interference, but
Yeah.
it was literally like a thunderstorm. So I'm like in my car driving. It's a sunny day, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing thunder and rain, and I'm like looking around. I was like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" I was
Oh, you're
"What is
like some
going
sound
on?"
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
Well, because
it
my
was
car,
so weird.
I have CarPlay and it's Bluetooth, and both Wright and I can hook up to it. But if I'm in the driveway and he's like in the house close to my car, it'll start playing his music.
Right. I did want to say something nice to all of our listeners. We have been just so humbled and honored by how many people we see listening to our nonsense and appreciating our sillies.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us on this ride. It's
It's
been
so
a ride.
fun. We have so much. Hopefully, you can tell, but we just have so much fun doing this. It's like
it is fun, and it's addicting
it's
to like
addicting, and it just
yeah.
we keep thinking of more little things we can do, and we're just having the best time. And it's really
Yes.
great that people like us.
Yeah, but also like talk to us, please.
Yeah, tell
Please
us-
interact with us. We want to know what you guys are thinking. We want to
Yeah.
make this show as good as possible for you. So
Yeah.
like, what do you want?
What do you like? We don't know what the
Yeah.
hell we're doing. We're just throwing spaghetti at the wall.
We're trying to guess. We're listening to robots and asking them to tell us what you might think, but you could actually tell us what you think.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Answer the polls. Yeah. Thanks.
yes, thank you. And until next time, guys.
See you in the shadows.
See you in the shadow.
They don't fear the wind.